fan flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
We play to win. Let's go! Here goes. Where's the mic? Yeah, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Check safety. Check safety. 26.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally taken down at the 15. A huge play there right off the bat. And even 60 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Here's the second-year man from San Diego State, Rashad Penny. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. This is Carson. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
It's now 3rd and 8.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Check, 93's the mic. 93's the mic. I got it. Check, 93's the mic. 93's the mic. I'm scared. Check, 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Check. Lucky.
This is Darrell Henderson, the rookie 3rd rounder. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Just beating the play clock is gone. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jaron Reed able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Like 50. Bravo. 56. Here we go, see? Here I come. Here I come. Mike 50.
Out of the gun. Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. Brandon Cooks. 30. 10. 5. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks. 81 yards. And the Rams have taken the lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
On 1st down, Carson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check 93.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. That'll be caught by the rookie. It's Gary Jennings Jr. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 29-yard line. Well, you think about the 2 quarterbacks in this game, Goff and Prescott. And, of course, Jared Goff, the first pick back in the 2016 class. Prescott, that same class, but he was in the 4th round, pick number 135. But Dak would take home Offensive Rookie of the Year honors. Fear not, though, for Jared Goff. He would recover, of course, and lead the Rams to Super Bowl 53 and that eventual loss to the Patriots. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Now a give, right side. It's Carson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
I smell fear in that offense. Check. 93's the mic. I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Check. 96.
From the red zone now, Prescott. He's got it. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
93's the mic. Hey.
On 2nd and goal, Prescott. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Gary Jennings, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Let's go, boys. Bring it.
At their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Man up, Pete. Hey, watch it, watch it. Switch. Motion, pop. Go ahead, baby, go. Check. Tighten up. Here we go. Motion.
They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Right there, 56. Come on, baby. Hey, 76.
From the 27, Goff. He will find the rookie from Ole Miss. That's DK Metcalf. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 43 yards.
First down, Rams.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now a whistle and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Super 66. 56, Mike, 56. Hey, orbit.
From the gun, here's Goff. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The rookie DK Metcalf, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition in practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. On 2nd and 10, Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Jaron Reed able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
56 to Mike, boy, 56. Check 56. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check it. DC.
A shotgun snap for Goff. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
White 20. 56 is the Mike. All day, baby, all day. Maverick.
From the red zone now, Goff. Dancing to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Zero. 180. Bandit. Mike 3. Mike 3. Man, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Check. Crunch. 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 Watch the safety creep. Go. Shell. Shell. Shell.
2nd down, it's Henderson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Bad news, they didn't get it on 2nd down. The good news is they still only need about 3 or 4 inches here on 3rd.
And the good play callers have looked at both situations. They've thought to themselves, okay, this call, I pick up the 1st down, already ready with that call. If I don't, this is what I'm going to come back with in order to pick it up.
Combo. Tell you what. Get that ball. 0-0. Mike 3. Hey, get away with it. Mike 3. Mike 3. 12. 49. Check 49. Check 49.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Kerrigan with a sack, the former 1st-round pick in 2017.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Zerline, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
Check 93.
1st down, Prescott. And the tight end Dixon left side. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
On 2nd down now. It's Carson, and the Rams defense gets to him again behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that, got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. He's got Lockett. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a 1st down.
Here's Prescott. He lets it fly for Lockett. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 8. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Check 31. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Rush in. Watch the ship. Hey.
Now a first down throw. Gone. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, keep it up. Whoa. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Here's Gone. He'll find Metcalf. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, whoa. 56 to Mike. 56 to Mike. Watch the backer. Hey, kill. 56, Mike, 56. Coming. Mike.
Goff now looking to throw. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Right there, 56. Ricky. Check 15. 56 to Mike, boys, 56.
On first down, it's gone. Being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Goff now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Off play action. Here's Goff. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. DK Metcalf as the first half is winding down. As his guys have cut the lead down to 2. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And that will shave 1 more off this lead. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
It's a party. Here we go, 47. 58, boys, 58.
Final play of the half. Prescott. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's David Long, the rookie from Michigan, who picked it. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 29-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Now Goff on first down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Check nickel. Hey, kill. 2 for 1. 5. 3. Mike 3. Watch the run.
Here's Goff. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
First down, Los Angeles.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Value 3. 56. Go. 56. Value 1. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. What we got? 56 of Mike. 2. Check 56.
Gone. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10.
Check 3. 26.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And an alley to run. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They run it with Carson. Corey Littleton, Pro Bowler for the first time a season ago, in to make the tackle.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. To throw is Prescott. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And they punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
And the Rams first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Smith. Mike 3. Combo. Come on, baby, come on. Super. Here we go,
Out of the gun, Goff. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Back to the air. Goff on second down. Wide open receiver complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 45-yard line. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
Yeah,
they?
when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To the air again. Goff. And Cooks has it over the middle. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. Cooks now in his second season with the Rams. He's had 4 straight years over 1,000 yards. He had 2 with the Saints, 1 with New England, and then he went over 1,000 again last year with the Rams. 80 catches, 1,204 yards.
Hey, Echo.
On first down, Goff. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10.
Hold on. Check. Hey, Steve 6.
Throwing again is gone. And he rifles one incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Throwing on 3rd, gone. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
2nd and 2 on the Seahawks 9-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Goff going to give this one to Henderson. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Darrell Henderson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are once again going to retake the lead. Now Goff will lead the Rams up to go for 2.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Goff now looks to throw. And that is caught for the 2 points. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's the rookie from Washington, Taylor Rapp, who picked it. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Dot, white play. Line 3. 2 up. Check it back. Check it back. 36.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. Looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Brad McDougal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
On 2nd down and 4, Prescott trying to improvise. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 32-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. That is caught inside the 5. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Gary Jennings with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Let's go, baby.
At their own 24-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
SOS.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Mike 3. Here we go. 76. 76.
Goff on first down. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 16. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Now it's Carson, and they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
The tackle made back at his 48-yard line.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Prescott from the gun. That's caught at the 25. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt. And so far, it's working for both of them.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Carson. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Live. Mike 3. Hey, Delta. Double. Mike 3.
Following a fumble recovery, Goff. And he's got some space here. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Jared Goff, 4 times last year, he led the Rams on a 4th quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here?
Alpha. Mike 3. Mike 3. Listen. Strip that ball. Mike 3.
To try again after the sack. Goff is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, Mike 7. 4 now.
From the gun, here's Goff. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a 1st down, and he's also over 190 receiving yards now. What a game. Now a 1st down throw. Gone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Again, Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Hey, 2, 3. Mike 3. Here we go. Mike 3. 5. We don't want this.
Goff throwing again. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. They'll find Everett there, complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
We got this.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
56. Check pass. Mike 56. Bravo. It's our field. Hey, it's Shell. Mike 56 right there.
On 1st down, it's gone. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jared Reed in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. Hey, over. Here we go. Mike 56. Mike 56. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Check 4. Slam.
He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down, Rams.
Here goes. 180. 56. Blue down, blue down. Tiger, tiger. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Big Dan.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Watch the eye. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, wahoo! 56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Check three. Check three. Check. Merlin. 3. 56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. Watch the run. Hey, they're running it.
Now it's gone. And that is incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on fourth down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
He's coming. We got double up. Check 3. Check 3. Check 9. Check 9. Check 13. Check 13. Motion. Hey, 76. 76. 76. Hey, Haywood.
On fourth down, gone. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
25, check 25.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Reynolds with a catch out on the right side. And down to the 20. A big play there for L.A. 49 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got it? Someone cover it. That type of indiscipline.
And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Zerline now for the PAT. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Prescott. He's going to launch this thing way downfield, and that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Seattle. 48 yards. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So it's not quite over yet, but you have to figure they pretty well got this one on ice now.
And Brandon, I'm trying to figure out how they remain so calm in these situations and then go out and execute, because I'm up here shaking like a leaf, and I wasn't the one who had to make that kick.
They look calm, but I bet if you had a heart rate monitor on them, it'd be up in the 300s right now.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Seahawks, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for L.A., they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis,